This week on The Dish, Chef Vikas Khanna, known the world over for his high-end Indian cuisine with restaurants from his homeland to Dubai and America. His interests have led him to writing, filmmaking, and philanthropy. But the heart of his latest focus, Bungalow, a Lower East Side oasis, recently awarded a Michelin Bib Gourmand, described quite simply as a pilgrimage.
People come from all over the world just to see this little ceremony I do with flowers.
Every afternoon, Chef Vikas Khanna prepares to welcome his guests.
Once I set up the flowers, then I put water from River Ganges.
Just a few drops from India's sacred river to complement these fresh-cut ornamentals.
So you can choose the color you want to go with.
Oh, red and pink, and I like this too. This is beautiful. Beauty is a bedrock of Bungalow.
Like this.
Thank you.
I saw a post on Instagram.
A restaurant with a loyal following.
We live at Paris.
So it's a very pleasure to meet you.
It's an absolute honor.
Its debut has been stellar, with A-list fans including Jeff Bezos, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Martha Stewart. Thanks to dishes like this spice-roasted pineapple.
And then we serve it with the sauce, which is made a la minute, right? When you order it, that's just coconut milk whisked with rice flour.
Okay.
Turmeric, lemon juice, green chili, that's it.
Burst of flavor, right? Explosion.
2 days. It takes 2 days to make this simple dish.
This dining room is a world away from his childhood in Amritsar, India.
I was born with a disability, which is known as club feet. So it means that your feet are inclined towards inside.
A disability that never discouraged his family.
My mom was the one who would tell people, he can't even walk properly. How is he ever going to run and make it in life? My mom said, don't worry about him. He's here to fly. Don't worry. I think it was her faith in me which kept me moving and walking forward. There was no other reason for me.
And your sister?
My sister became like the warrior. In school, nobody would dare to bully me. But it was amazing that all the pain, what I had for not being equal to everyone else, I put that energy into cooking with my grandmom, just to help her.
So captivated by his grandmother's cooking, he made it his life's work.
I would go to the Golden Temple, which is a huge community kitchen. Everybody comes and donates their food, their time. And my grandmother made me understand the concept of cooking through the lens of that kitchen, where everyone was fed equally. Community.
That community supplied purpose, a degree in hospitality and culinary arts at a local college, where he noticed a wall of Michelin-starred chefs.
I asked my professor, why is there nobody who looks like me? He's saying, we're training you so you work for them. I said, what about our cuisine? And he said, no, you need to represent their cuisine. And he said, you're going to go against that wave and you're never going to get a job. And he was right. After my graduation, I never got a job.
But he went on to open his own backyard banquet and catering business, a success until a run-in with local police.
I was cooking in the kitchen and they kept asking for things from me. And I'm like, can you just hold on? Next morning, they come with bulldozers and they destroyed my entire banquets. And that really crushed my heart.
Khanna cooked at hotels across India, deciding to try his luck in New York City, where his sister Radhika later joined him to study fashion.
I somehow fell in love with the cities madly. I'd never seen a city with this level of no memory.
No memory?
No memory.
What do you mean?
You could be the greatest today and tomorrow nobody remembers you.
But several Indian restaurateurs did, and so did the James Beard Foundation, whose stewards invited him to cook there.
And we did the dinner there, and this was the first time I saw people stand up and applaud for Indian food.
That launched a career of accomplishment. Junoon, one of the first Indian restaurants in the world to earn a Michelin star. TV gigs, dozens of books, and even directing films. The White House and Buckingham Palace, and a plan with his sister as she battled lupus.
This was my sister's dream. Most of the dreaming of this restaurant happened on ICU beds of Mount Sinai, Columbia, NYU.
A restaurant that would serve as a cultural bridge between India and the U.S.
It's the first generation Indians who are changing this narrative. They feel that what I'm bringing on the table is pure authenticity and honor of our culture.
And that's where we dig in.
If we have to dissect the menu of Bungalow, I would say that every dish has her roots in India.
From his prawn bao chow cones.
There's a beach in Goa called Kalangut Beach. There's a lady there, she has a shack and she sells something called prawn puffs. I just took that as an inspiration and created something with a pastry, a spicy prawns inside.
To the smoked purple sweet potatoes with a mango reduction.
And everything has like flavor. It's still coming at me. Boom, 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 boom.
An Amul cheese kulcha made with saffron, cardamom, and butter. A nod to dairy co-ops run by millions of women across India. Tandoori avocado with spicy passion fruit sauce.
I love avocado now. That is everything.
And a yogurt kebab inspired by a dessert from an Indian night market.
We can freeze the yogurt and then wrap the noodles around it and then freeze it again, and then at the moment you order, we fry it. The way I'm an extension of my ancestors, these dishes are an extension of their ancestors.
And a tribute to his sister, who passed away 2 years ago at the age of 48.
I keep her alive every single night with thousands of people on the wait list every night. House full. How did this happen? I said, oh, she's watching me.
Watching and surely applauding all that her big brother was inspired to do.
And I'm proud that, I've learned one hard lesson is that people we love, they're always with you. Always with you. Find a way to celebrate their life and their legacy and their commitment to you. And that's how you keep them alive.
Such a kind soul and such a talent. Look at what we have here. It is amazing. Yogurt ginger kebab, purple sweet potato, which was my favorite, tandoori avocado, spicy passion fruit, chutney, rice. They have the shrimp bao chow cones. And I have to say, he's such a big deal. 8-time Michelin-starred chef and the most humble human being you will have ever met.
This lovely aura about him that just comes through. This is delicious.
And the
too.
cheese culture is like all of that.
Yeah.
This week on The Dish, we take you back to Houston to meet Chef Mayank Iswal at the Michelin-starred restaurant Musafa. Before stepping foot on U.S. soil, the chef embarked on a 100-day journey across India, bringing back recipes and spices that are now on full display. Our Janet Shamlian got a taste.
This doesn't translate on TV, but the smell, right? Right now, even just getting started, it smells amazing.
Yes.
For Chef Mayank Iswal, when it comes to authenticity, there's no substitute for attention to detail.
So turmeric will give a nice yellow color to it,
yeah.
that hue you require.
As evidenced by this coriander shrimp appetizer he prepared right in front of us.
Can you overcook shrimp?
Some people do, I don't. I'm very particular about my proteins.
Being particular isn't limited to Chef Iswal's cooking. Just walking into his palatial fine dining restaurant, Musafa in Houston, is like being transported to another world.
How do you not let the surroundings overpower the visual palette here?
So that was always the vision, that the food and the design will sing in harmony.
Iswal was working in Bangalore, India, when a couple from Dubai dined at his restaurant.
What we really liked was that taste and flavor-wise, it was very, very authentic. But at the same time, there was a lot of playfulness in how he plated it. There was a lot of art that went into and thought process that went into how to present it. So kind of elevating Indian cuisine. And my husband loves to use the word making Indian food sexy.
Mittu Malik and her husband offered Iswal something he hadn't considered, having never set foot on U.S. soil: the chance to open an Indian restaurant in Houston. But before he agreed to the challenge, Iswal had a condition.
If we have to do this restaurant right, I have to go on a journey.
A 100-day tour of all 29 states in India, so he could bring with him the most authentic cuisine from every region. That trip inspired the restaurant's name. Musafir means traveler in Hindi and Urdu.
It was fascinating. Like, like every 10 kilometers, the water changes, the taste of water changes. People, how they look, it changes. The culture changes, like this, it's so diverse, India itself, right?
Musafir was years in the planning. Everything was made in India and shipped to Houston, 16 containers full. From the room of mirrors to the sparkling bar.
We really wanted it to be an experience for people who visit, and we also wanted people who don't plan to or who never will visit India, we really wanted them to get a taste of what it's like to be in India.
It was a bit of a rough start for Musafir, closing due to COVID within a month of opening. But it's rebounded to appreciative Houston crowds. And the city, Chef Istwal says, is reflected in the menu.
To be authentic, you have to be sustainable first. I cannot cook the same Indian food that is cooked in India because those ingredients that are growing there, they're breathing a different air, a different kind of water. So if I'm creating something in Houston, it has to be like Houston. You have to see Houston on a plate. Of course, spices are there, right? But the produce has to be Houston.
Istwal comes from a family of caterers. His upbringing, he says, was focused on food, farm, flora, and fauna. The meals always had a story behind them, as they do today.
It's not only about the five senses. You have to tickle the sixth sense of the diner. And how do you do that? Every single thing that you put on a plate, it has to come with a story because everything on a plate should make sense.
And that was certainly the case with this elegant spread.
These are our signature dishes on the table today.
We started with a vegetarian appetizer, a lychee ceviche.
We cured the lychee, right? We have some like cilantro, onions, some serranos in there. There's a little kick to it, not too much.
I love the crunch.
Love the crunch, yeah. You hear that sound, right? It just completes the whole experience. You like it?
No, I love it. I love it.
This is a chaat that Chef Istwal learned to make from Indian street vendors, who would often sell out.
The next day in the morning, I have to go at 5:30 to line up.
A combination of milk curd dumplings, sweet yogurt, tamarind, mint, pomegranate, chickpeas, potatoes, and a crispy spiced flatbread.
How do you talk people into a dish when they don't know what the ingredients are? Or, it's sort of a leap of faith, right? For
Exactly,
people who don't.
yes. I tell them, surrender yourself to the Almighty. I'm kidding.
Tuna masala papad with an ahi tuna and a bit of fresh jalapeno on top. There was also that coriander shrimp with coconut, cilantro, shallots, turmeric, and curry leaves.
I would definitely recommend have it with the bread. Oh, these breads are like fantastic. We call it the copra pav, the coconut flavored bread. Yeah, just break a piece.
Yeah, you don't have to ask me twice on bread. Okay.
Tandoori octopus with sour cauliflower macaroons in a purple potato puree.
The potato mash, it is flavored with cumin.
I taste it.
Yeah, and the cilantro seeds, the crushed cilantro seeds.
For the entree, a paneer rasala, the cheese homemade daily, with rose petal, brown onion, serrano, cilantro, and garlic naan.
This dish is like aromatic. The sauce is heavy.
This is a winter dish, right?
Very wintry.
To finish, dessert is called ras malai.
What we do here is we'll add this saffron flavored and pistachio flavored milk all around.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Right.
Beauty recognized by the Michelin Guide, granting Musafir a coveted star. You might call it a full circle moment, dating back to when Chef Istwal was newly married.
So when I married my wife, she told me as a gift, win me a star one day. I told her, honey, there is no Michelin Guide in India. What are you saying? She said, I know it's going to happen one day for you. And she left it then.
Your wife asked for a Michelin star.
Yes.
And you gave it to her. Yeah. What's she asking for now?
She's expecting 2, and I'm pretty sure once we win the 2, she wants 3.
For CBS Saturday Morning, I'm Janet Shamlian in Houston.
So talented and a great sense of humor. They plan to open a restaurant here in New York City. Dana, if they do, I hope he insists on another 100-day journey through India to gather the flavors for it, because that looked just incredible.
I loved when he said, surrender yourself to Almighty.
Yes.
By the way, we have some Indian wine here that they made sure we had on set. And I'm thinking, happy wife, Happy life. That's the lesson I've learned in all of this.
Cheers to that. This is a Sula Tropical Rosé that they put as part of the mix.
Looks delicious. Can't wait to get to Houston.
On the dish this morning, Southern Junction from the guy who moved north and is quickly finding fame. Ryan Fernandez is a critically acclaimed pitmaster who does barbecue and Indian food in Buffalo. Then there's his first name, which is Irish. There is so much going on, so much of it amazing, that we decided to pay a visit.
This started as a side gig, just something to do, pass the time, make a little side cash.
Ryan Fernandez's side gig has become the main event.
Do you want fatty brisket or lean brisket?
Fernandez was born in India and briefly lived in Ireland before he was raised in Texas. He came to Buffalo in 2017 and 4 years ago opened Southern Junction. You're cooking out here, it's like tailgate style.
It is. Oh,
There's no roof.
One day we'll have a roof up here, but yeah, right now it's same process I've always had, so pretty simple. Put wood on that side, meat in here, and have a good time.
No roof over the smoker hasn't kept the crowds away or the laudits from rolling in, including a 2024 James Beard nomination for Best Emerging Chef.
That's a big deal.
It is. It really is. It hasn't sunk in yet, but it's a pretty cool feeling.
This isn't just any barbecue. Fernandez's meats can include things like coconut curry and spicy coconut oils. He calls his cooking Tex-ish.
Was combining Indian and barbecue like a conscious decision, or was it something it just felt natural?
It's just something I've always done. So those are just our pork spare ribs, finished over cherry wood, and we're gonna glaze them with local maple syrup.
At what temperature?
Around 250. I don't have any gauges on this, so we go by 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Okay. Old school.
Yeah.
Are there still old school barbecue people who say, "What are you doing? Like this is..."
I get that once in a while, so that's why I have regular barbecue sauce. One thing I won't ever try to modify too much is my brisket. So if you're coming here to eat brisket, you're gonna get classic Texas-style brisket.
You can also get a knockout brunch. One of his secret weapons, the cinnamon rolls baked by his girlfriend Lydia Herr. Yes, we were here for the barbecue, but this was too hard to resist.
So now we spread oil all over the table. Do a lot.
Love spreading oil. Just call me Pollock.
I won't make you touch it.
I will, it's fine. Is it true that this place has become more famous for your cinnamon rolls than Ryan's barbecue?
Not yet. That's why you're here. All right, get your hands good and greasy.
Are we wrestling or making cinnamon rolls?
First, we're gonna make cinnamon rolls.
Okay.
So start by spreading it out.
You make it look easier.
Now, your hand's even greasier.
Oh my gosh.
This is why they're famous.
This is incredible.
Spread the butter around.
Okay. Wow. Feels nice.
All right, now we sprinkle cinnamon sugar. I'll do my side, I'll let you do your side.
How am I doing? Good?
You're doing great. Keep going.
Okay, good.
A little more. Now we need more sugar.
So we did the butter, the cinnamon sugar, and the regular sugar.
The cinnamon sugar was mostly cinnamon.
Okay.
Now the roll time comes. There you go. Keep rolling it.
Wow. Look at the size of this thing.
We'll start on your side. Yeah, good.
Good?
Perfect.
Are you gonna sell these for extra?
Can I use your name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. We'll get back to the rolls in a second. First, the main courses. Brisket on house milk bread with coconut curry and pickles.
So that's our turmeric bread and butter pickle that we make in here.
Turmeric bread and butter pickle. And can I just close it like this, or is this not?
Now you've done a fold over.
Is that bad?
Classic Texas barbecue.
Okay, good.
I'll get you some napkins.
I might need napkins. That is tremendous, though.
Buffalo blue spicy sausage. Mesquite smoked chicken with spiced dipping sauce.
So it's got curry leaves, coconut oil, brown sugar.
It's amazing. What's their reaction?
Your face, how you just looked.
A barbecurry foldy, smoked and shredded beef like barbacoa, served on a Malaysian-style flatbread.
It's amazing. I've never had anything
nothing like it
remotely close to this in my life.
Mac and cheese with candied jalapeno, cardamom cornbread.
Probably at least a pound of butter per tray. I'm not joking. It's probably got about a pound of butter.
I taste it. That's good.
There was also the maple glazed pork ribs, smoked cauliflower Manchurian with a stir-fry inspired barbecue sauce, basmati rice layered with brisket, caramelized onions, cilantro, and biryani sauce, a biscuit brisket sandwich with queso and tomato jam, and finally, the cinnamon rolls.
Just rip off a side and dish it right into that whipped cream. Wow. And that's a cardamom whip, so.
Cardamom whipped cream.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Whether it's that breakfast treat the size of a small car or a perfectly smoked piece of meat.
Brisket ribs, you got it.
For Ryan Fernandez and his team, succeeding here is all about creativity and flavor, no matter where it comes from.
It's a big education campaign, right? Like, you're not stuck in this one genre, but you can have delicious food and use techniques that are pretty time-honored in like 2 different continents, so that's pretty cool.
But you still feel like you're learning and evolving?
Every day, 100%. You can never stay content, and barbecue has so many different variables.
Yeah.
So it's all a dance.
It's a lovely dance. Ribs and brisket don't ship well in FedEx packages, but we have here cardamom cornbread with honey butter.
Mhm.
We've got brisket biryani rice.
This is amazing, the brisket biryani rice.
It is. Side of chopped brisket, cilantro to garnish, pickled red onions, turmeric barbecue pickles, candied jalapeno, and coconut curry
But you're
sauce.
totally wrong for not bringing those cinnamon rolls.
That's okay.
Although the
Thank you to
cornbread
Lydia
is pretty
Herr
darn
again
good.
for that.
Yummy.
Those cinnamon rolls were
Absolutely incredible.
unreal.
The Dish is sponsored by Oceana Cruises. Your world, your way.
We're going to begin this hour with our series, The Dish, and someone who once jokingly called herself, I love this, quote, the original Spice Girl. Why? Well, because when it comes to Indian food, no one has done more than Madhur Jaffrey to share it in America. She's the author of a 1 million-copy bestseller. It's called An Invitation to Indian Cooking, first published a half-century ago, and now this iconic cookbook, which has never been out of print, is celebrating its 50th anniversary with a new edition out tomorrow and also a new introduction by the author. Jaffrey is now 90 years old. She's got more than 30 books to her name, but this book is the one that started it all.
She will never have a son.
In the 1960s, Madhur Jaffrey was best known as an award-winning young actress.
Let's give me something.
But on a recent stroll through the vegetable garden outside her home in upstate New York,
you can eat these. You can cook them.
It was easy to see why food is now also her legacy.
So this is green peppers. I'm waiting for them to get red.
Look at that. While Jaffrey has slowed down a little in the kitchen after a 50-year career,
We are making a wonderful lemony chicken.
she's still willing to teach.
I asked for 2 inches.
And I think cumulatively that's about 2 inches.
No.
No?
No.
And in this case, the student was me, one of the countless Americans
Ooh, it's hot.
exposed to authentic Indian cuisine because of her.
We put all the other spices in.
Turmeric, check. Coriander, check.
Check.
You were never intended to be a cookbook writer.
I don't consider myself a cook of any sort. I consider myself an actress acting like a cook.
Why, then, have you become so famous as a, as you put it, cooking person?
I have no idea. Ask all the people who have made me so.
Born in Delhi in 1933, she was in fact a foodie from the start.
I love the taste of good food, and the food was all cooked in our own family kitchen and was so delicious.
And when she moved on to pursue acting at London's Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts,
Kissing someone. Huh?
She also realized how bad food could be.
How was the food at the Royal Academy?
Well, it was pathetic. So I started writing letters to my mother saying, please, please teach me how to cook.
Her mother responded with simple recipes, all in Hindi and all leaving Jaffrey to figure out the details, which she did, maybe a little too well.
In the introduction to An Invitation to Indian Cooking, you describe the whole book as a gradual move in self-defense.
Yes, yeah.
What did you mean by that?
Because people were always saying, where can I get good Indian food? I said, my house. What else is there? And then there were just a lot of people coming.
Yeah.
And so my way of holding them off was with, okay, I'm going to give you a book. Okay, here, you take this and make it yourself.
Yeah, right. Stop asking. And...
Just stop asking. You can't come here anymore. It's too much for me.
Published by the same company that had just introduced America to Julia Child and the French,
and you just paint it all over with melted butter.
Jaffrey's book did as much or more for Indian food.
While we're holding the book, can we talk about the cover? This does not look like cooking clothes.
No, no. This is what is called a temple sari. I would never cook in that, but for the picture, I thought, you know, let's do it.
When the chicken has been cooked, it looks like this.
And like Julia Child, Jaffrey soon had her very own cooking show, following an audition that asked her to imagine the ingredients.
So I said, oh, I'm putting some cumin seeds in the cast iron skillet now. And now I'm roasting them lightly. That's smelling good.
That's a mesmerizing performance. You could tell. So the acting training
So the acting,
came in
it was
very
all
handy.
the acting training.
Yeah.
And everything I did uses the acting training.
Now I'm going to make a dish for you that...
More shows followed, teaching all the Indian classics and so much more. From pork vindaloo to shahi korma to tandoori chicken. And she published dozens of additional cookbooks, too.
She laid so much fundamental groundwork for people to even be curious about Indian cooking.
Priya Krishner is a food reporter for the New York Times and the best-selling author of multiple cookbooks, including Indianish.
I really don't think my career would be possible without Madhur. She sees people like me and so many others taking that and writing recipes that feel true to our identities as people who grew up in America, but in Indian households. And she really applauds that. Like, she really celebrates that.
So just pour it evenly around on top.
Back in Jaffrey's kitchen,
Pour it on this in between.
when the chicken is done, she shows me how to plate it. And in between the bites, a little moment of gratitude.
That's good.
Good.
That is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. On behalf of, at this point, millions and millions of happy home cooks
Yes.
and the people who ate the food, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, that was sweet.
It makes me genuinely emotional. I mean, when you write a book that has sold more than 1 million copies and it's teaching people how to feed their families, you really are changing lives and bringing people together. I think it's such a life and such a beautiful way to live.
But normally, but in addition, she's gorgeous. I love that she was an actress, that you showed us that you showed it her. I had never heard of her before, but, you know, I don't cook, so
You don't
I'm not
cook,
familiar
no.
with the cook world. But, I mean, she just seems so delightful.
She is, yeah. She's got a great sense of humor, and she considers the acting to kind of be the whole life, right? She never intended to be a cook, and she's been acting as one as she sees it, you know?
And doesn't she look great
She looks
at 90?
fantastic.
Whoa,
she looks
great.
fantastic. You mentioned the food and feeding families. It's also introducing people to a culture, that they might not know
It's
otherwise.
hard not to. It's hard to imagine, but New York City did not have good Indian food that you could just go out and buy at that time 50 years ago. She really did introduce it to this country, and she says to this day, actually, though, don't go to a restaurant. There are good ones, but for real, genuine, great Indian food, it's got to be a home cook. It's got to be someone reading a book like that.
But Tony can also cook, as
He
can
can.
Nate.
He can cook it.
It looked very good.
cook his butt off.
I can cook a little bit, a little bit. The 50th anniversary edition of An Invitation to Indian Cooking is out right now. It's got simple, very doable recipes. Pick one up.
As hundreds of Britain's traditional pubs are closing every year, one type of pub is bucking that trend. They're known as desi pubs and serve South Asian food alongside their pints, offering a taste of home that's enticing locals back to the bar. This week on The Dish, Imtiaz Tayyab takes us to two of London's favorites.
It's game day at West London's Scotsman pub. And while the pints of lager may be flowing, for most punters, as they're known, it's not just the football or soccer that's brought them here, it's also the food. This is definitely not your traditional English pub fare. And that's the point, because this is what's known as a desi pub, says the Scotsman Sim Mahal.
Why is the grill such an important part of a desi pub feast?
Bro, it just goes down with a pint.
With a pint of beer?
Yeah. Once you try it, you'll know.
Desi is an ancient Sanskrit word that means homeland. And a desi pub is a pub that's run by South Asians serving South Asian food. These successful social hubs first emerged in the 1960s, a time of deep racial segregation across Britain, when immigrants faced color bars from many social spaces, including pubs. Racism so acute, it eventually triggered race riots, and even saw Malcolm X travel to the UK in 1965 to witness the racial segregation himself. At the Scotsman, we met with British filmmaker Zaki Solasho, who's made a documentary about the desi pub experience.
They went through experiences that I just simply couldn't even fathom. And they had to deal with racism to the level and to the extent which I have never experienced.
Racism that Shinda Mahal, who immigrated from India decades ago and is now the owner of the Scotsman, experienced himself.
Even they can put in the sign outside in the door, dog and Asian not allowed.
No dogs, no Asians.
No Asian.
Which means people like you.
Basically, yeah.
I'm more proud because that same pub we running.
You're running it.
Everyone to welcome.
Mahal runs his desi pub, one of hundreds now across Britain, along with his son Sim. A thriving business born out of necessity that's now a shining symbol of integration between South Asian and British communities.
You've been able to create something where somebody who looks like you, and me, frankly, can sit here and have a meal that tastes like home and have a drink.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, but it is a proud moment. It does make us happy and stuff.
Across Britain, classic English pubs are shutting down because they don't have the clientele.
Yeah, a lot of them.
But desi pubs are doing really well. Why do you think that is?
It's the food.
It's the food.
It's the food.
Do you think so?
Yeah, 100%.
The food at the Scotsman is tasty, and the portions are generous, including the lamb tava, slow cooked in a griddle pan with ginger, garlic, chili, and peppers. There's also the chicken lollipop, fried winglets coated in a spicy batter made of red chili and turmeric. And then there's the signature mixed grill, featuring chicken, lamb chops, and fish.
Oh, wow.
Served with a massive garlic naan.
I want to try this fish. Is it tandoori spice?
Yeah, it's the tandoori spice, yeah.
It's really beautiful. Yeah. Why do you think people want to have grilled meat when they're drinking pints?
Less cholesterol.
Thank you, sir.
Drinking to one's health remains a popular pastime in Britain's pubs. And it's no different at London's Gladstone Arms.
I'm a bit nervous.
Where Indian-born Megha Khanna, the owner and landlady of the pub, put our pint-pulling skills to the test.
That is like the worst pint I've ever seen in my life.
With live music events and 13 craft beers on tap,
cheers!
The Gladstone Arms, or Glad as it's known, is a decidedly modern take on the desi pub.
Looks amazing.
Serving dishes like avocado papri chaat.
One go.
Yeah,
all right.
That's the way to do it.
Just like a shot.
Yeah, like a shot, exactly.
A unique twist on the popular Indian street food snack.
Oh my gosh.
Keema pao, slow-cooked minced lamb served on a toasted buttered bun.
Cheers.
Cheers. Enjoy.
Oh, wow.
And a desi take on the classic savory English pie.
It smells amazing.
This one filled with chicken tikka masala.
It's so comforting.
Absolutely, it's comfort food at the end of the day, yeah.
A fusion of flavors and cultures that dazzles the taste buds.
Why do you think food is such an integral part of what makes a desi pub?
The memories when you have a bite of food, it'll just take you back home. And if it's good enough, it'll remind you of your mother who's sitting at home in India. You know, it's about those memories that come back to life.
A sense of home and community, Zaki Solisho says, is needed now more than ever.
There was a clear need for desi pubs 10, 20, 30 years ago. Do we need them today?
Do you like good food?
I do.
Do you like a pint?
Sometimes.
Do you like community?
I do.
We need them.
For CBS Saturday Morning, NPR's Time, London.
Said that perfectly, and we fortunately we have chicken vindaloo, we've got veggie samosas, some naan. It is so good, and of course a pint.
A pint, boo.
Because we couldn't go visit in London. I didn't realize that those pubs existed.
And I love how they made a way out of no way. It is just beautiful.
And yeah, who doesn't need the food, the pint,
and the community?
It's perfect.
Perfect.